This event is one of three 48-hour urban development weekends, which is just a fancy word for a hackathon that we're doing all summer long. This one's focused on community development and public art. In month, we're focused on transportation, sustainability, and energy. And then at the end of the summer in August, we're doing one on public health, nutrition, and food. All of this sits inside of something we call Summer of Smart. And the idea is that when you think about Government 2.0 and all of these techniques that get people involved using technology, it's actually more about people than it's about government. Because the whole point is there's all this stuff that folks can do, and it starts to paint the government as, it has its role, but there's a lot more that we can do. The insight behind all of this is when you start talking to folks in government about it, they're not exactly sure how to use these tools. Where does all this activism fit? How do you use an API or data? And so we realized that we in the kind of creative tech community ought to do something where we cast folks in the government as a client, like what do you want done? What are your priorities? And then we build stuff and there's a dialogue. That way they learn and we learn how to work with them. And we had this cool moment in time because we have this marriage race going on now. And so since you have some people running, they're actually paying attention to these things. So the idea was to pull all this Government 2.0 stuff up into the front end, into the political process where everybody's paying attention and having ideas. That's a really great place to put it. So a week ago, there was this debate with 9 candidates in technology. Then there was City Camp last weekend. 200 people came together and had all these ideas. Were you at City Camp?
No.
If you go to Twitter and just look at the hashtag, just hashtag SOS idea, there's all these ideas that came out, which was everybody beginning to think through what are things we could build. All those ideas that were created last week were sent to the candidates. A lot of the candidates tweeted back, and then they were posted here, over there. And last night we went through them, and when they all got mushed down, it turned into 17s that you are now seeing here, and that's what's being built. And then the work that goes on here will be shared with the candidates, shared with the city. It'll also be the basis of projects that go on with residents here at Gray Area Foundation of the Arts and projects that Code for America does. At the end of the summer, all of this stuff's going to be shared very publicly with the city. And we think by the time the election happens, whoever becomes mayor will kind of have a deep appreciation for where all this stuff fits. And more than that, I think the process that goes on here can be shared with the rest of the nation next year.